Okay. I'm so sleepy. I'm so tired. I swear, like, I don't know what's been in the water these days. Maybe it's just because, like, I don't know. Like, focusing for a long time, like, just makes me tired. That's okay. We are going to hop back in where we left off yesterday. And I think it's right here. No, that's wrong. That's not it. Right here. Okay. And finish up this coloring. Fun. And of course we are doing the lasso. The lasso. So much easier. Leviathan, how do you do it? How do you do it? I don't know. I don't even understand. You're always first every single time. That's so crazy. That's literally insane. I'll never reveal my secrets. It's like you're on standby. I don't even answer the phone that fast, and it's like in my hand. You know those, like, okay, you know, like in old Western movies where, like, there's, like, two people with, like, pew-pews, and they're like, all right, draw. And then, like, one of them, like, it's already out. I'm like, what? That's what I think of. And I think of you, like, getting on here first. Quick draw for sure. Dude, I hate when my face is, like, super dry because, like, I can't even, like, put anything on there because, like, I don't know if my skin is, like, super sensitive or what, but, like, if I put any type of, like, lotion or cream or anything, or if I try to do anything on my face, like, it will just break out. But if I do nothing, it's clear. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I don't get to have any fun. But that's fine. I know that's, like, such a, like, a blah blah problem to have, but it's like, I don't know. Sometimes, like, my face feels dry, but, like, it doesn't look dry. Hello, soda lover. Why do you love soda? Hi, Carly. Welcome back. Fun. It's not fun to break out no matter what you do. I just mean fun as far as, like like I said, I know it's like not breaking out is like great, but, like, I don't know, I see all these, like, girls, they put, like, face mask on. If I put a face mask on, I'll break out the next day. But like, if I don't do any, so, like, I don't get to do, like face mask, and, like the worst case scenario, they do nothing, right? Not for me. Not for me. If I put a face mask on, if I put on a moisturizer, if I put on anything but, like, maybe, like, the most gentlest CeraVe, like, just water, like, that's the only thing I can do, and that's it. I can't do, like an avocado mask, nothing like that. I'll break out. That's what I mean. But, like, it's like, my skin is, like, clear if I don't do anything. But at the same time, like, sometimes, like, your friends are like, oh, do you want to do this with us? And I have to be like, no, because I'll break out in hives and stuff. Probably. So that's what I mean when I say that. I'm not saying it's fun to break out. I'm saying that it's fun to, like, put stuff on your face, like, that you see online. And everybody's like, I love this cream. It does awesome for me. It's like wonders. I'm like, oh, that's fun. I like to have, like, a little routine to do before you go to bed. That's fun. Kinda. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys know who Keke Palmer is. Do you guys know do you know who Keke Palmer is, Leviathan? It's okay if you don't. It might be I'm like more. You don't know Keke Palmer? Oh my god. I know I just said it was fine, but like oh, well, it's okay. If you don't know her, then you probably like would be like, oh, cool. But whatever. Type vibe. Like you had to have like grown up with them, in my opinion. It's okay. You're fine. You're fine. It's just like I was excited because they just came out with like a new podcast. And I was like, oh my god. I was so excited. Like every time she like got to go on Hot Ones, I was like, oh my god, yay. I love watching her interviews and stuff. And so I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be just an entire podcast of them talking. Like, this is awesome. Also, but I was so sad. I was like putting together all the audio for the animation, and I realized like I completely missed like an entire section of like lip syncing, and so I was like, oh my god, I just told everybody that I was on my last section, which I am, but like I still have to do that lip syncing a little bit. It shouldn't take me long. I already like started on it, and I already did like the line work, but I was like, oh my god, what is wrong with me? Rip. No, don't feel bad. I already did it. Look. Like I'm already doing it. It's just a small part. See? But look how cute it is. Look how cute it is. Why is it a late stream today? Because I was tired and low key I was gonna fall asleep. It's just been a really stressful day for me today. I had a fight with somebody, and like when I argue, I'm not a confrontational person. When I argue with people, it really drains me. And so I was like, I don't even want to do this right now. But then I was like, no, like, first of all, like, I shouldn't let other people like dictate like my life. Like, just because they made me angry doesn't mean that like I should like have to suffer by not being productive and stuff. And then I was like, I need to finish this animation. Like, I need to do it. And I know for a fact that if I don't go on live, I'm not going to do it. Like, I could tell myself all day that, like, oh, like, I'll just do it off of live. I know myself. And it keeps me accountable to be on live, which is why, like, it's been such a big deal for me to be on. Yeah, me too. If I cry if I argue with someone. I used to cry. I used to cry whenever I argued with people. Like, I would just get so, like, I don't even know, like, just like overwhelmed. But I don't know, like, I started not doing that because I was like, why am I crying? Like, why am I letting them see me cry? Which you should never be ashamed of, like, being upset. But it's also like it just makes you more sad because at the end of the day, usually like the person arguing with you is not going to care whether you cry or not. It's just going to make you feel bad sometimes. If crying makes you feel better, then just do it, right? But if it doesn't, then maybe like just think about the argument in like a very, well, that's just the way it is type vibe. I get emotional. It's hard to keep my thoughts straight. Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm a bit very emotional person. I think that's why I I like making shows is because I love like emotion. I really like showing expression. That's why like if you look at all of my characters, they all have like little lines around their eyes, like little eye bags or tired lines. It's because like I don't know, for me it's like every person has something going on even if you don't see it. And like I don't know, I just thought that it was like a nice feature to have on people on my like characters. Sometimes I'll forget like every once in a while, but I always try to. Even like kids, I put the little lines. Like not kids, but like younger characters. You know, I was actually thinking about something the other day. I was thinking about like okay, so I told a story to a group of people because like okay, so I made like friends on Discord and but the friends I made like it's part of a Discord that like has lots of people. And then I was like and I told a story and I always tell this story not because like I think it's funny, but I just think like everybody does dumb things when they're like younger, right? And it doesn't make it correct, but like sometimes it's like good to own up to stuff that you've done. And I think like it helps you grow as a person. And I was like I got so overwhelmed emotionally like when I know for a fact that like 99% of those people in that room like that I told the story about they probably didn't think about it the next day, but like the way that they reacted to what I said like made me overthink everything and think I was like a horrible person. um and I was like I can't let every little cuz they probably were entirely or like mostly joking, right? Or they probably didn't really take it that deep or care. But like I was like I'm a horrible person. They probably hate me. Like I should literally like why am I doing animation? Nobody like I don't deserve for anybody to like watch my stuff because I'm just like awful. But then I was like, what? Like, I thought about it and I was like, did I feel bad about about like when I was younger that I did that? And it wasn't like, to me, if somebody told me that, like, I wouldn't think twice about it. I'd be like, oh, yeah, like, you're young. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but like, do you feel bad about it? Yes. Do you think it was like a funny situation? No. Do you think it was like kind of embarrassing and you just are sharing it? Yes. Okay, then. No, like, you grew from it type of thing. But all that to say though, I was like, I shouldn't like, I was like, oh, maybe I should just not tell people that story anymore. And I was like, why am I letting other people dictate how I like cope with like my life, I guess. And I was just like, oh, like if I like get emotional about stuff, it's okay. Teenagers don't get a lot of sleep, so also I agree that everyone has something going on. It's cool that eye bags symbolize that in your animation. Yeah, I have like a whole bunch of little like what's it called? Like little I think they call it like Easter eggs or something in my animation process. Most people would be like, oh, like that's like really like tedious, like, and like unnecessary. And I'm like, yeah, but like it's for me at the end of the day. There's a lot of things that people will do in animation for other people. But like it's nice to have something in a show and you'll always know that you did that for you. That was entirely your making. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I feel like I get really like philosophical and like I'll catch myself apologizing for it a lot, but that's just like kind of who I am. Like, I'm like, sometimes I catch myself and I really shouldn't be like getting so deep about any little topic because like like I said, like 9 times out of 10, like people probably don't care. But like, why am I gonna let the fact that they don't care like change what I do? If I want to talk about something, then I should just do it, right? As long as it doesn't hurt anybody. As long as it helps people kind of reflect, like anybody, like even one person, then like what's the harm? Even yourself, if it helps you reflect, then like that should be enough. As long as it makes the world better in any type of way, even the smallest possible way, then it's fine. Not everything has to be like super professional or super like meaningful to the point where like most people will be on the same mindset. Yeah, I think that being so like getting deep into conversations is like something that is part of my personality that I've learned very recently to accept, I guess. Back to talking about arguments. I had one with my dad because I have a drum kit at my house, or at his house, and I wanted to move it to my mom's. He said no, even though it was my kit. so I had to get a new one. Dang. Oh, why didn't he want you to take it to your mom's? Maybe he feels like if you move it, you're trying to separate him from your life. That's probably it. Yeah. I always try to think about, like, especially when it comes to parents, right? Because, like, my sibling is at that age where, like, she's starting to kind of, like, argue with my parents. And the thing is that, like, I've already lived through it because, like, I'm, like, twice her age. And, like, I'm at that stage in my life where, like, I understand that, like, our parents are just, like, we're all just people, right? So, like, there's usually something behind it, right? So, like, if people say hurtful things, sometimes they're just hurtful. They're just hurtful people, and that's just it. But a lot of times it's like there's like a reason behind it, you know? I mean, just because, and I want to preface this by saying, even if they have a reason, it doesn't make that reason correct. It just means that there's like more behind what they do or what they say. That doesn't like excuse anything that they do or say, but it sometimes can kind of bring a little bit of clarity to certain situations. Sometimes it's just good to know. Should I do that thing where like I zoom out every time? I can do that if you guys want. Well, it wasn't all bad. I got a new kit out of it, and he agreed to pay for half of it after 3 hours of arguing. That's nice that you got a new kit. And at least now, like, you won't have to worry about, like, what's it called? Like, having to move your kit back and forth, like, whenever you come to visit, or, like, just not having it, like, whenever you're at somebody else's house. Like, either parent. Dude, my hands are cramping so bad today. Should I do a water break? I might do a water break after I finish the, this like section of the eyes and stuff. How am I? I am good. I'm a little like tired, but like I'm like mostly good, I think. I feel like everything happens for a reason, and sometimes it's good, other times not so much. In my case, at the end of the day, it was good, but during the argument, not good. I feel that, yeah. I mean, sometimes arguing in itself can kind of be like a good thing. It kind of just like, it creates like this like platform where like you're practicing essentially, right? Like you're creating boundaries. Do you know what I mean? Like, because if you guys never argue, then like those things will kind of just be like, or the way that you guys feel would be like behind closed doors. And it'll kind of fester. And I usually feel like things like that are just like a bad time waiting to happen. But that's just me. Especially if things go deeper, right? Like, I feel like I'm distancing myself from my dad every time we argue. I can understand why that would be. Um, Arguing isn't fun for sure. Um, I think it's important. Like if you feel like you're getting, do you like if you want to distance yourself? That's always like you're inevitably your choice, right? And that's your choice entirely to make. And that's important to know. If that's not something that you want to happen, it's also like a cool thing to like probably talk one on one in like a non confrontational way with your dad. There's been lots of times I've talked to my dad and just kind of been like, hey, like just like human to human. Like I don't like arguing. But at the same time, this and that. Right? And then like if you don't like him saying certain things, also that could be brought up. Be like, this makes me feel like this, which is such a therapy or therapist thing to say, but like it really is important to like set those boundaries because like nobody's a mind reader, except for mind readers, of course. I mean, we could sit here all day and be like, oh well, they should know, but like at the end of the day, like I mean, do we know everything that we should know? No. There's also some people that you just fundamentally won't agree with. And that's a hard pill to swallow sometimes. I have that with my sister, my older sister. Your dad is a therapist? No wonder you guys argue. No offense, but I feel like people Like therapists, like, I don't know. They have like, there's always like a thing like therapists are the worst patients for other therapists, just like nurses are and doctors are the worst patients to other to like for like going to the doctor. They're constantly trying to figure out a way that's logical, and sometimes like there is no logic. Sorry. Sorry, guys. My mom is also a therapist, though, and we don't argue, so I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes life is weird, dude. I mean, but you got to think about it this way, right? So you're both your parents are therapists. You know, there's always like therapists that don't work with everyone, right? Like it's like a known thing where it's like, oh, you have to choose the right therapist for you because like not everybody's gonna like be your vibe, and like sometimes you know like so maybe that's the case with them, like their style is just not meshing well with how you kind of like react to certain aspects in life. Hold on, water break, you guys. I really hope that you guys can't hear me like swallow the water because like I don't know why, but I hate that sound. And like I don't want to like I know like there's probably other people in the world that like also hate that sound. Bugsy, my partner, like he'll be drinking like water in the middle of the night and like he'll go like just glugging all the water, and I'm like, oh my god, are you okay? Like you're gonna hurt your esophagus. I'm talking a lot about myself. What happened to you today, if you want to share? It was like, it was not like something big. It was like a really small argument. But like, the thing is that like, especially like when you're dealing with somebody who's in your life for a long time, is like I said, you want to set boundaries with people, right? So it's like, sometimes you have to like kind of stand your ground on the principle of certain things. Like for me, it was like about throwing something away. Like they had asked me, or they had said, "Oh, I'm throwing this away," and I was like, What are you throwing away?" And it was just like some dumb thing, but I was like, "Oh no, don't throw it away. Just put it out to the side, because like it's not ours technically, and so like even though it's like dumb and like most people would not care if you threw it away, I have like really bad anxiety, and so like I am definitely one of those people, like say somebody left their jacket at my house like 15 years ago, I would literally text them and I'd be like, hey, like do you still want this jacket, like we're gonna donate it. like before I do that, because like it's just like who I am. Like it just gives like if I did that and I didn't ask before we had donated it, then I like for forever, like for as long as I live, I would just constantly be scared and have anxiety that that person would reach out to me one day and be like, "Oh, do you still have it?" And then I'd be like, "No." And then they'd be like, "Why would you throw away or donate something that's not yours?" And like that's like such a irrational thought to have, right? But like I can't like fathom those things. And so it's just like easier for me to ask. It like automatically makes it okay for me as soon as like I get confirmation. And so we were like arguing about that, and I was just like, "Well, like what's the big problem? Like just let me like ask." But they were like, "No, it's dumb because like you don't need to ask. It's literally like something silly." And I'm just like, "It doesn't matter if it's silly. It makes me feel better." And so that's why I got upset. And that's why we were arguing. Because it's not about how silly something is. It's about like the fact that it makes me feel better. And it doesn't hurt anybody to do that. So why not? Sometimes it's like easier just to give people peace of mind. Yes, this is an animation. Kinda. Dude, I'm kind of scared of putting this animation out. Like, I feel like for as long as I've been working on it, like, I'm scared that it's gonna flop. Like, obviously, like, everything has a chance of flopping. But it's just like, I feel like this has a really high chance of flopping because it's so serious. Like, I tried to add, like, a little bit of, like, funniness to it. And, like, a little bit of comedy. But it is, like, such a serious topic. So it's, like, I don't know if like people want to watch something that's like so like heavy coded. But then like my little sister, she's like a teenager and she's like, "Oh, I can't wait for your thing because like I really want to post about like real stuff." And I would repost it. And I was like, "Oh, that's so awesome. Thank you for letting me know that." So I don't know. I just finished animation uni, and I have a degree. I'm so excited for what's next. Do you recommend any course to continue practicing? No, I didn't go to uni for animation. I just learned how to do it on my own. Um, yeah. So, I mean, I mean, if you want like a noob's, that's funny, noob. If you want like a noob's opinion, you probably don't. You probably thought that I had some type of background. You know, just try to like create projects that, or like work on projects that you really can fully be behind the idea of them. Like, if you really respond well to like certain messages, like try your best to do that. And if you can't find anything, make it yourself. If you did just do uni, you could probably try to look at some internships for certain animation like studios. If you didn't already, I know a lot of people do internships like before they graduate. So I don't know if they do it for like after you graduate also. Like also just working on your reels, I guess. Why do you have the best life advice? I already know. I know I already said that, but it's just so true. I don't think I do. But like I really appreciate that you do, that you think so. I think I've just been through a lot, I guess. I made a lot of like, I think maybe like making dumb choices kind of makes you reflect a lot. Obviously I don't I think like dumb choices like make you, I feel like they make you grow as a person because they kind of like install in you what's the word, not patience, it's a different word. um it just like it humanizes you, right? It makes you see the world in less of a black and white way, because otherwise you would also be in the black, if that makes sense. So kind of for like self-preservation, your mind has to like adapt. Tolerance, that's what it means. Sorry, not patience, but tolerance. It gives you a tolerance for other people, right? And like I said, it humanizes you. So I feel like I have a lot of tolerance because I did a lot of stupid things. None of them too stupid, I think, but some of them very stupid. And I think that's okay, as long as I learn from it. Are you live anywhere else? Because I'm not seeing the comments. Of course. Why is 20 kitchens? Leviathan, you can just call me 20. It's okay. It's just 20 is fine. I've been trying to go live on TikTok. TikTok is a little bit more difficult for me because It's so fast paced and like there's a lot going on. But yeah, I do try to go live on TikTok like once a week if you want. It's also like all of my stuff is 20K tunes. So like Instagram, TikTok, everything is 20K tunes. Of course I know who Keke Palmer is. How did you know? Wait, how did you know that I like asked that? That was like at the beginning of my live stream. What the heck? Oh, I think she's watching it from the beginning. Or they're watching it. I think they're watching it from the beginning. Oh my god, what the heck? Oh, that was so funny. I don't think I've ever had anybody do that before. That's crazy. Hi, I can see. Yeah, I can see you now. I've been like looking at your comments, but like I think like you haven't been hearing my live like live reaction. You're okay. You're okay. That was great. I was like, what is going on? Is she a time traveler? But then I was like, wait. You can watch lives after the fact. So I'm dumb. I was when you said Keke Palmer. Yes. I was talking about Keke Palmer because like she just came out with a new podcast called, and she's been like talking about doing it, but she just came out with it recently. And I was like, baby, it's Keke Palmer. And I'm like, oh my god. Like I love when she's like, oh my god. I I love like all her little like snaps that she does, like, you know, I'm that girl. Oh my god. Oh my god. I eat it up every time. She is my girl. I stand for Keke Palmer. She is everything. I've watched like all of her like hot ones like 3 times. 3 times each. I ship Keke Palmer with Sean from Hot Ones. They're my end game. They're my Roman Empire. I think about them every day. And he's so shy about it. And they kissed. They kissed. And he was like I can't with him. He's so like baby. He's so baby. I know. Oh my god. Oh my god, every time I think about it, I'm like, oh my god. I was like kicking my feet on that episode. I was like kicking my feet and like I don't even know. Like when you're on like watching a show and you know like a character's about to like kiss for the first time, like like that was me. That was my live reaction redone. Do you have an Instagram for this YouTube? I'll follow you from my art account. If you're okay with it, of course. Yeah, no, like I said, all of my social platforms are just 20K tunes, so well, That's not a marker. 20. Tunes. So just the same as the YouTube. All of my art, my Instagram, my TikTok, all of it is 20K tunes. That's so crazy that you graduated uni for animation, though. Are you trying to do your own stuff? Like your own shows and stuff? Your own animations? Or are you just trying to work for someone? Like work for an animation studio? I saw that. I saw like it sent me a notification. I got Instagram recently and I accidentally followed my friend's mom. Oh my, that's funny. Dude, I used to follow my friend's mom. But then like me and my friend ended up like not working out. Like we had a friendship breakup. And then like her mom stayed following me and it was really awkward. And also like her ex for a while stayed following me until they got back together. They got back together and then they I guess like maybe she unfollowed me on his account. I could be wrong. He could have just like unfollowed me back. I did a short film, but like really bad. No animation is a bad animation. Animation is freaking hard. You could draw like a squiggly line or a ball bouncing animation and I would still be like, it's gold. Because like animation is freaking hard. I wonder if I have my first animation on here. I'll have to look back. Hold on. Let me look. Hold on. I did my first animation, I think, on Rough Animator. Rough Animator. Oh, dang. I don't have Rough Animator anymore. I thought I still had it, but I guess I don't have it anymore. I might be able to find, like, the saved file I have of it somewhere. But I'll have to, like, search for it. It was for uni and it was really hard. I'm more focused on editing. Would love to continue pursuing animation. Editing like what? Like editing like rendering or editing like clean up animation. Or like not animation at all. Did you like realize like you didn't want to? Are you a uni or are you self-taught? I'm self-taught. Thank you, Levi. I want to start posting YouTube videos about animation, but I'm not sure about my skills yet. By the way, I'm sorry for my Spanish. My first language is Spanish. Si quieres, yo puedo hablar en español también. There's been times where I literally speak like 3 different languages on my lives. Sometimes it confuses people because they don't like a lot of people that speak English, they don't like it when I speak a different language. No les gusta cuando estoy hablando en diferentes idiomas a personas que normalmente hablan inglés. It's the Mexican Spanish, though. Es español mexicano. No sé si habla lo mismo. You know, thank you. Gracias. Yo nací aquí en Estados Unidos, pero mis papás son de Guadalajara, entonces, pues sé más o menos cómo hablar así casualmente. Mis hermanos, ellos hablaron más con mis primos de México, y siempre me dicen, ay, tú eres no sabo. Yo dije, ¿qué no sabo? Sí, aquí estoy hablando. Obvio, ellos son mucho más mejores que yo, pero yo no tenía esa oportunidad. Argentine Spanish. Oh, nice. The only Argentine that I know is one time I did a tango class by myself. Well, I did my partner was the teacher. Because one day I was like, oh my God, it's so pretty. I'm going to take a class. And nobody wanted to take the class with me. So I went by myself. That's okay. We can speak English. But if you ever have any trouble with saying something, you don't know the word, you can insert something in Spanish and I'll understand. Just so you know. Yeah, for sure. Uruguay. You know, I don't know that much about Uruguay, to be honest. I'll probably look it up after I get off of live today. No one knows. Well, I think, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they need to get their social media game up. That's where you come in. You know, that's where you come in. You are going to be the doorway to Uruguay. The Doruguay. That was so cheesy. The Doruguay. Yes. I'm literally the least funny person alive. I'm so sorry. I was like, every time I try to say a joke, I always tell people oh my God, I should be a comedian. The worst comedian alive. That's gonna be the name of my show. It's gonna be called The Worst Comedian Alive. I'm a storyteller, not a comedian. That's why whenever if my animations take off, I'm gonna hire a writer to work with me because I am awful at comedy. I am not good. I'm good at physical comedy, you know, timing and movement and things like that, facial expression. I'm not good at like words. Mike Wheeler. Mike Wheeler from Stranger Things. Yes, yes, yes. I know of it. I watched the last one. I really liked that Molly girl. She was such a good actress in that show. Right? Dude, and like her outfits were like whoever was in charge of the costuming for the last season for Molly, like, oh my god, so good. Perfection. It was so campy. It is 11:16 p.m. for me. Yes. I love like especially like thinking like all the people like behind the scenes like people are really like, "Oh my gosh, she ate that up." Like, yes, but like also like the costume designer, the stylist, the cast stylist. Maybe it's because like I'm more in like the production of things now. As far as like making things, it's just like so I'm like definitely the type to like stay and watch the credits and stuff like that and like look people up. 2 a.m. for me, but I don't have school, so I don't care. I think animators value way more things, like every detail. Yes, but also like I feel like it's like a double-edged sword sometimes because like okay, I feel like half of the time I can't watch certain things anymore without getting like super like picky. Like like I don't know if you ever watched that movie there's two of them. Elementals. Oh no, there's three. Elementals, Luca, and Wish. All of them are like the animation, it's like they put it on 2x speed. And I can't. I cannot. Physically, mentally, I can't. I can't do it. The pacing is all off and it freaks me out. It's probably just a me problem, but hey, a me problem is a problem enough. And then like every time I watch anything that I like, even if I do like it, like even if I like it, I'm like, I know how they did that. They probably did this and this and that. And I'm like, God, I'm annoying. What is wrong with me? Can't I just enjoy something? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're so like the tempo is like eighths. Mm-hmm. And then it just makes me want to animate stuff and I'm like, can't I just I just need to enjoy it, I think. I think I just need to enjoy it. We're almost done, you guys. Yay. Or sometimes like with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, my mind can't enjoy it He's like so stressed because of all of the work it takes. Dude, yeah. No, I can't like I can't even get behind anymore, like after knowing like how long certain things take, like how many frames, especially for movies, because movies are like, I work in 12 frame, right? So like that's probably why all of my stuff is like freaking like laggy as crap. But they work in like 24, 48 like frames, probably 24. But like some people do more, some people do like 30, some people like do like 40 something. I'm like, oh my god, per second. And they're like, yeah. Like I can't fathom how many people, how much like hours of like work it takes to make that type of like compact movie. It's insane. Not to mention the multimedia of it all. I love multimedia animation. But it's like I can't even wrap my head around it. I try, but like my brain is like forces itself to try. Will Williana? Williana? Or is the G silent? Williana. Hi, Donut. It is insane. Some of my favorite animations, the only ones I can enjoy now are like Bob's Burgers, and it's only because it's like my comfort show. And I follow some of the animators and showrun, like not showrunners, I guess they're kind of like showrunners, on Instagram, and like they show some of the breakdowns, and I'm like, okay, I can fathom that, I can watch that and like let my brain roam around a little bit. I animate 8 frames per second. I'm trying to get to 15. I'm trying to get to 15 frames per second, but like I'm stuck at 12 right now. I used to animate at like 5 to 8 frames per second when I first started. Then I moved up to 8. Sorry, I started at 5, I moved up to 8, then I moved to 10 and then 12. Shwiliana? 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 Así? Oh, Juliana. 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 It's like a j sound. Juliana. Juliana. I get you now. Juliana. I forgot you speak Spanish. Yeah. It's because also my sister's name starts off like that. Her middle name. Her middle name is Juliette. Mm-hmm. She would kill me if I said her name like that.
Like, she does it, but she doesn't like it. You know what? It kind of makes her mad. Maybe I should start using it again, just to mess with her. You know, I have to be annoying sometimes. That's the best part about being a big sister, is being annoying. Or I guess just being a sister in general. I have a big sister also. I'm the second oldest. I have like 4 siblings. Sorry. I know. This is like the 3rd time this has happened because I forget to charge my phone. LOL. My bad, you guys. I suck. I'm the worst streamer in existence. Even though I've literally been streaming since I was 14. I always forget to charge my phone. Every single time. I know, lights, camera, action, but bam. You're having so much fun. Thank you. I think I'm an acquired taste. I'm not very, like, I don't know. I'm not very professional. I'm also, like, not very, like, not random. What is the word? Like not all over the place. Like, high energy. Sometimes it can be high energy. It depends on, like, what I'm talking about. But, like, for the most part, like, I'm not, like, super high energy unless, like, I have something to be excited about. I have to, like, save my energy to put into animating since it takes so much focus. Oh, it was your birthday yesterday? Oh my god. Happy birthday. That's so awesome. I love birthday, you guys. Birthdays. Birthdays is they're so special. I have to go into my other, hold on. I have to go into my Clip Studio Paint. Is that a tablet you're using? You turned 22? Oh my god! Not the double digits. I am using it's like a computer laptop. So this is a Surface Pro. A Windows. Is it Microsoft or Windows? I know they're the same thing, but like, I think it's Windows Surface Pro. So it's a computer, but it turns into a tablet when you disconnect the keyboard. I feel like a baby right now. 16. Oh my god, Leviathan, you're like older than I thought you were. Like, cause like a lot, you know, like Lily and like the people around Lily's age, they're a lot younger. I was like I think they're awesome. I think they're super cool, you know, especially for their age. I was like, but I was like, oh my god, I want people that are a little bit, like, I don't know, older, just because, you know, I always get scared about like hurting Lily's feelings and stuff when like if I don't answer her messages like right away, she like gets really offended sometimes, and it like as somebody who's like not very confrontational, sometimes it like makes me nervous to even stream. Especially like if I'm locking in. Yeah. I mean, like, I think that's cool. It's just like sometimes, like, I can't always look at at the thing, especially like if there's like a lot of people, which is not always like it usually isn't the case because like usually there's only like 3 to 5 people here at one time. But sometimes, like, very rarely, like we'll have like 10 people in here talking all at the same time, and so like I won't see everything, and I don't know. It gets like lost in the sauce, you know. Mm-hmm. Well, Lily, I think is like 8 or 9. And she's been like coming to the live streams for a really long time. I'm 20. I always tell everybody too, like I'm 26. So like, or sorry, I'm not 26 yet. Why am I aging myself? I'm 25. I'm 25. So it's like, you know, I'm not very like high energy all the time. I can't always keep up with everything like that anymore. It like I'm just focusing on pumping out animations for everyone. Yeah, and you know that's why like for my lives, I always tell people like I want to keep this like a safe space for everybody. So usually like I do put on my lives like this isn't made for kids. Just because like some of my animations do have profanity and stuff too, and even like what I'm working on right now, like as you can see, like I don't know if you can tell, but like this is a political short. So it's about politics. It's about like everything that's been happening with like the current state of like the world and the government and like ICE and stuff. So like I don't know, certain things like that can be pretty heavy. You don't know, you know. Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, that's what I always do because I always try to make sure like everybody's like in a safe space, but like also I can't control what everybody else does, right? They could leave this live stream, go into the next live stream, and then do who knows what, talk to who knows who. Yeah, it's super heavy. So like sometimes I feel like I can't even talk about what I'm animating because I'm like, how do I put it in a way that someone so young can understand that like I'm like animating something about people being like away from like families and like illegally detained. I don't understand I'm not very good at explaining things like that to people who are like a lot younger. Yeah. That too, that too. Like alive. Oh, hold on. I think maybe you sent something before. Hold on. Yeah, Lily is like 9, I think. Yeah, I think so. I don't. I think maybe 8 or 9, something like that. Like, of course, you know she is here, and you wonder anything. I probably, but maybe you say something. You think she's not here? Exactly. Yeah, especially that, and you know, like I said, what happens when I'm not animating something like Noobs, right? So Noobs is like I feel like very PG-13 at the furthest. You know, yeah, it has like some stuff about politics and stuff, but like for the most part, like it's like very PG-13. But I have a show called Social Spills, and that talks about like really heavy topics, like really heavy topics that like people go through in life, and like even like just heavy things that people don't normally talk about with kids their age, like viewer discretion advised vibes, very much so. And so it's like I can't control where they come in at, but I'm just always like, that's why if you guys ever watch any of my lives, like, and like when I'm not live, usually I start off the stream by saying like, hey, this is what we're doing today. Before I even start, I like always say like what I'm doing, even if like nobody's here, for like people watching in the future. My message was centered. It didn't send. Oh, censored. That's okay. Yeah, sometimes it does that. Well, the thing is that I don't like, I do censor like my like language, but that's mostly because I want to stop cursing so much. I curse like a sailor, to be honest. I on here I try not to curse as much as possible. But yeah, my vocabulary is like pretty, you know, adult, and but I don't censor my animations is the thing. So you know that's why I always like start everything with a description. Usually like what I want to do for my animations is I want to put like a disclaimer, like or like not a disclaimer, I don't know what they're called, but you put like viewer discretion advised. This I want to put I want like some of my voice actors that I hire to kind of to make like an intro where each character like says like in like the voice of their character, they're like, this this episode this show Social Spills may contain topics that are heavy for some viewers. Viewer discretion advised. Like that at the beginning of each episode in like the different characters' voices, and like styles, I think would work hopefully towards like people that might be younger. But who knows? You know, kids will watch whatever they want to. It's a little hard with animation because animation is always going to attract younger audiences no matter what. It doesn't matter like that's why so many kids like watch things like Family Guy and Futurama and Rick and Morty and stuff. So like you really can't you can't change it. There's always going to be some younger viewers that aren't supposed to be at that age watching it. I was saying that something I saw inappropriate on a live. That's horrible. Did you report them? I don't know if I explained it right. I should have. I can't say what it was because it gets censored. I see. That's okay. I think I get the gist. I think my biggest thing about having like an audience that's a little bit older is or that like I prefer, I would say, is just the fact that like they, I feel more or less like they know the boundaries, I guess. They know more boundaries already. So I don't really have to be all like that. What's it called? And so it makes it a little bit easier. Whereas, like, you know, sometimes someone younger might say something they don't know. And then I kind of have to like decide, I like have to switch up the situation myself, which I feel like sometimes is a lot of pressure. Or I have to like ignore them, which like I hate doing because that just makes me seem like a total like a-hole. Is that gonna get censored? Sorry. I don't know if that counts as a curse word. Oh my god. Leviathan, guess what? Guess what? The person I was arguing with just apologized to me. Ha 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 ha. No, I'm not laughing at the fact that they apologized, but I am laughing. I'm like, not laughing, but like I'm happy. I'm happy. They apologized. I know. That was very nice of them. They didn't have to, but I really appreciate that they did that. Oh, it was just like a silly little thing that happened, but I was just saying that like sometimes it's not about like arguing, it's just about like setting boundaries. And sometimes you have to like make your feelings known even if it starts an argument, cuz like at the end of the day then it kind of like sets a standard with how like you want to be treated and stuff. And yeah. I feel like people like are more likely to treat you how you want to be treated if you like tell them essentially, or you show them that you're not going to accept less than that. Of course, you also have to be a good representation of it as well, right? So yes, it did. You got your drum set, and I got an apology. What color is your drum set? Maybe the drum set was an apology in a way. Friendship, relationship, anything. Exactly, exactly. And sometimes, but the thing is like with stuff like that, it's like you have to be like completely, like what's it called? You have to be completely ready to like own up to like what you say, you know? Like you can't just say it and then like forgive people right away. I mean, you can, but like you have to be willing to like stand up for what you said. Or like stand 10 toes down or whatever. Maybe 9 toes down, not 10. Because there's always a chance that you might be like you might also have like something wrong that you have to make up for. That's definitely a possibility. I've been there. I've also had to apologize for my actions or inaction. Black at mom's, purple at dad's. Oh, black, your drum set's black at your mom's house and purple at your dad's house. I like purple. I feel like purple gets a bad rep. Lots of people hate purple. It's really hard for me though because I'm sadly a people pleaser. I also struggle with people pleasing, but I don't know. I don't know what happened. One day I was just like, enough is enough. It's really dangerous to be a people pleaser when you're an adult, rather than when you're a teenager. Because your heart, like people pleasers kind of like, I feel like they put their entire heart into things sometimes. Like no shield, nothing. And like, it's really easy for somebody to throw stones and like hit you directly. Thank you. I try my best. Yeah. I feel like it's really easy to for people to hurt you when you're a people pleaser, when you're an adult. Yes, it's horrible. Everyone loves to take advantage of you or take advantage of it. Yeah. Well, I think it's not even so much that like they're trying to take advantage of it, but it's more so that like humans are programmed to take the easiest, like the path of least resistance, right? And for them, like a lot, like if you give them the option, like people are gonna take it. Now, with them being the people that they are, that's neither here nor there. They would have done it anyways, right? So like there is some responsibility in that regard. Not to say that anybody's at fault particularly, like victimizing or like victim blaming or anything like that, but it's just like you have to understand what types of people to give your heart to or give your effort to. And how to do it. Like, do not put all your eggs in one basket, and all that. That's very hard for me because I only have like 1 or 2 friends at a time. I don't have the mental capacity to care for more than 2 to 3 people outside of my family. It's really difficult for me because I give 137% when I'm in a friendship. It's basically like an entirely new relationship. Zaza, no! Zaza! Zaza, no. Zaza, no. Zaza. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go. That's Zaza. She always ends up here at some point or another. No, Zaza. No. Do you see how she pushes her way in? Oh my goodness. Okay. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Let me give her a cookie. I'm going to give her a cookie so she leaves us alone. Zaza, you want a cookie? You want a cookie? Let's go get a cookie. Go.
I'm back. In my friend group, I'm like a punching bag and it's not fun. I don't want to be the punching bags. They basically make fun of me a lot over anyone else in the group. Aw, dude, that sucks. She is cute. Thank you. Yeah, the other day when they called you a slur for gay, and it really hurt me because I'm still searching myself. Those aren't your friends. And especially if you, like, I hope that you're communicating with them, you know, that it's not something that you're okay with. Obviously, you know, people do make mistakes and people do say things that, like, just because of, like, peer pressure or whatever, but, like, at the same time, like, they need to also reflect on what they're doing and what they're saying and putting out into the world, especially if you've already communicated that you don't like it. At that point, it's just disrespectful, you know? Especially if you have similar friends. I think, and you know, it's not to make things about myself or anything, but I feel like as somebody who's like lived a little bit longer and like been in similar situations, not necessarily slurs, but things that made me uncomfortable and kind of put me into bad situations, right? If you don't like something and people don't respect you, you have to learn how to be okay with not being friends with anybody. You have to be okay with only being friends with yourself. You know, because if you don't respect yourself enough to take yourself out of situations, then that like this where you're being disrespected, like why is anybody else going to respect you? You know what I mean? Like you have to be the example for how everybody else treats you. The example being how you treat yourself and what you allow. Obviously, it's a lot easier said than done. It's really not okay the way they're treating you. It's nothing wrong with you. They're the problem. I think I should communicate with them better after our school because we're in the same group. If they still treat me like that, I'm putting them to the front chip. I think that's fair. I think definitely giving people chances to make decisions, like with like knowing everything is like a good way to, you know, try to preserve friendships that you do care about. And sometimes it is just a matter of like communicating your boundaries. I think that's a really great way. Like, so a lot of people don't ever communicate things like that, you know. But I think that's a very good way to go about it. To at least give them a chance. I was trying to decide whether that was supposed to be blue or not. Oh my god, you guys. I've been on for over 100 minutes. Can you believe it? I'm gonna keep going until I finish my coloring or I fall asleep. Or my hand gives out. Not the one that I'm drawing with, the one that's holding the phone. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna save this. Anyways, my school is having a musical this weekend. I heard, remember you told me that your friends were all in the musical, and so you guys weren't able to set up practice for your band, right? Are you gonna go support them?
I think I'm seeing it with my mom and sis this Saturday. What or Sunday. Um what musical is it? Oh my god, that's so funny. Shrek the Musical. That is so funny. Alright, you guys. I think I have to give my hands a rest. I will be back tomorrow. I only have 2 people to see, I think, tomorrow. So I should be back home early. Maybe I'll do 2 streams tomorrow. We'll see. But I'll probably still do some animation later on tonight, like before I go to bed. But I need to give my hands a break because they are starting to cramp up and shrivel up and die. So if you do like my animation work and you guys are excited to see the Noobs political short, if you guys want to support the channel, the best way to do that is by watching all my videos all the way to the end. Possibly a like, possibly a comment if you guys are feeling up to it. But if not, the views just are the biggest help ever to me. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.